Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This one here is a general notice, so for those of you unaware what that content means to this channel, it's where I sit down at the start of every week and talk about my plans for the week ahead. And sorry the room's a bit messy, moving stuff around, and I tried making the bed to make it look a bit nicer, and the cover's blown all over the place, but I digress. If you're looking for the main talking point that I'm going to have at this video, you can find it in the description below. But essentially what I do is, I set out my plans for the week ahead, talk about a topic that I like to discuss, and I use this a bit of a forum for talking about stuff that I want to talk about, outside of all the other sim racing-y stuff. So plans for the week ahead. We've got F1, so I'm going to be doing a preview and a review for the Russian Grand Prix. Can't remember what other sports there are that are going on. I know I need to catch up on BTCC for sure, because I still haven't done Alton Park or Knock Hill, and now I've got Thruxton to do as well. And I'm pretty sure WTCR is back soon. I'm going to be double checking this as we are going on, but I'm pretty sure that we've got WTCR going on. And yeah, actually, I think I missed the... I think I might have missed the opener. Because I believe we've actually got some going on. Yeah, I missed the opener at Belgium. But we've got the race of Germany this... I've got a lot of stuff to catch up on. I'm sorry. I really am. I want to talk about the WRC's return to action. Because I said I was going to do that. I might talk a bit more in retrospect about Le Mans as well. And of course I'll be talking about F1's anti-racism protest, because typically that happens on a Grand Prix weekend just before the race. And if there is one, if there's any news to do with it, I'll be talking about it. If there isn't, I'll still be making a video about it while the Grand Prix itself is going ahead. And yeah, outside of that, I believe Race Sim Studio have just released a new mod. It's the RSS Formula. And instead of being Formula Hybrid, it's Formula V12. 1990s F1 cars. It's going to be a lot of fun. And in terms of streams, I've got one planned for RSRBR. So far, that's really it. And that is Rally Turkey, which I foolishly didn't actually nominate as a career event in RSRBR. So I don't know how that's going to affect things. But, yeah. My topic for this week. And it's not going to be one that's particularly political here, or to do with politics surrounding motorsport, but I guess it might tie into it. Have we seen the last of Sebastian Loeb in the WRC? This was something a lot of people were discussing over Rally Turkey, where he picked up third place. And they were saying he's very revitalised, but they were also saying he's looking at attempting Dakar again and getting the win in Dakar, which would make sense. And he's got really nothing else to prove in the WRC. So people are like, is he going to leave the WRC? Is he going to retire from it? I'd say if he's going to leave the WRC, I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't permanent. I'd be surprised if it was permanent. I mean, we saw him walk away in 2012 and then do a couple of rounds in 2013. And then come back in 2015. And then was testing in 2017. And then compete in 2018. And then have a part-time drive with Hyundai for the last 2 seasons. Now, I was surprised that he actually left PSA. That was a big thing for me when he left PSA Peugeot Citroën. But I wouldn't be surprised if he went on to other ventures with the PSA group, or with Hyundai now. But of course, he's got so many different things, like Mr Loeb Racing has got stuff which are VW group. He just is a man of many talents, and really, if WRC gets cost-cutting enough, he could... I would love this. Imagine, because there are rumours of Peter Solberg becoming a crew chief if Subaru returned to WRC. Imagine if, say, Peugeot Citroën returned to WRC as well in 2022, and Sebastian Loeb is the team boss. You'd have Tommy, Petter, and Seb all as team bosses. That would be amazing. But I don't think it's the last we'll see of Loeb. As much as I have respect for people who are like, okay, this is my last rally, I'm going to stop. Mikko Hirvonen, for example, stopped at the end of, what, 2014? He was like, okay, this is my last rally, and I'm not going to be doing a comeback. I also respect drivers who like to come back time and again, like Loeb, like Gronholm, or someone like Solberg who took time out and then decided, you know what, I'm going to have one final event. I'm going to have my farewell tour. There are all different reasons to respect somebody for both retiring and for keeping on continuing. But man, I would love to see Loeb back, and for me, him being revitalized makes me think that he's targeting something bigger. Like I said, he's somebody who really has the budget to fund a full privateer WRC campaign, even if it's like something like how Pierre-Louis has got an I-20, which is being funded through backers such as FFSA, and that would be amazing. Because I like having Loeb around, but at the same time, if he was privately entering, that would free up a space in a team like Hyundai for another driver. Maybe a Craig Breen, maybe a Loeb, maybe a Hootanen or a Gryzin, or another Christian Veiby. Maybe even an Andreas Mikkelsen, because the thing is, and I talk about this with F1, when Sebastian Vettel signed for Aston Martin, like, that's brilliant, but at the same time, I can't help but feel like we're not getting new talent into WRC. F1. But the WRC, you've got, what, 8, 9 works cars? Maybe 10 or 11 if you're lucky. And right now, on the outside of the WRC, the people who have unfinished business there, you've got Jari-Matti Latvala, who's not got a full-time drive, though I believe is looking at being back for Sardinia. You've got Chris Meek, got Andreas Mikkelsen. In addition to that, you got people who deserve full-time drives who don't have them, like Craig Breen, Danny Sordo. You've got all these young drivers coming up. Loeb is a good example of it. Oliver Solberg, who will be getting a drive. Young Schwartz when we see the step up, because I believe Armin Schwartz's child is going to be brilliant as well, just like how Kalle Rovanperä is or Oliver Solberg. At the same time, the people who are at the top are still in their prime. And this is why I can't help but feel that like a change to Rally 2 as the main competition would have been much better, because we would be able to see more privateer entries. And for me, that's the main thing. I love the WRC for its competition. They don't need to be fast. They will always look fast. I mean, you can see the videos of Chris Ingram in the bloomin' Opel R2 from back in the day. Those look fast. And I don't think we really so much care about record stumbling anymore. I want a standard of rally car which is uniform. When I was a kid and I went to go see the British Rally Championship, because I was lucky that they had races in my hometown, I loved the you could see WRC machinery. I got to see Hyundai Accent World Rally cars where I wasn't able to see them actually competing in the WRC because I was too young. Or I was able to see the Ford Focuses at the Stobart team. I was able to see the Higgins in World Rally cars. And R5s are very much that same standard for me. R5s are now as fast as the early 1.6 litre World Rally cars. They're about as powerful now too. I don't know. That's really my thought. I don't think Loeb's going to retire. I think he, if anything, is more likely to step up. I would love for him to be privateer, but at the same time, I don't know. I should probably do a big thing, talk about my thoughts on WRC again, shouldn't I? Anyways, that's that for this video. Let me know your thoughts, if you've got any thoughts on this, in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.